Hey YouTube, this is Stone here. I'm bringing you guys if you can tell by the playmat, my update on my Pendulum Magician deck. Yes, the new ban list came out. The ban list did give us some new cards back. It gave us 3 Double Iris Magician and then us one more Performance Scrubback Jugger. Even though we Pendulum players were hoping for a Heavy Vessel Electromite, at least one, we kind of got some Pendulum cards, but we didn't get our boy back. But still, the deck, I did change it a little bit from my last profile. I did it like maybe 1 month ago. I did it a while ago. But now, since the new ban list did give some new, well, not new, but gave some cards back, I wanted to do an update on my deck list. So enough of me talking, and let's go straight into the deck. I did make some changes. I've been testing it so far. I feel like it's a better improvement than it was last time. Alright, first off, we're doing, I wish I had secret copies, 3 Supreme King Dark Realm. Now, this card's really good because you use Dragon Shrine, or you can use Foolish. I don't have Foolish. I used to play Foolish, but I use Dragon Shrine. Or you can discard it too, and then, let's say your board's empty. What he does is that when he's in the graveyard, you can special summon him, so it's an extra body on the board, and then he lets you get your Supreme Gate 0, and that's your scale 0. So if you need to, you can use that as your scale 0, and your scale 8, so then you pendulum summon. Know that this guy gets on the board, so it's good before you pendulum summon to get this guy on the board, so you can do your exceed summons, your link plays, get stuff rolling. So this is a really good card. Really wish I had the secret rares. I never actually got the secret rare copies. Alright, next up we got 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. This is also a really good card for getting another body on the board. Or, if something happens to your guys, you can actually special summon from your hand. That he's a scale 8, so he can help you pendulum summon. But this guy's most of the time what you do is you activate in your scale, and then you pop him, and then you can special summon a Time Gazer. We do play 1. You can either special summon it here, so you can, like I said, use it for link summon stuff, or you can keep it in the scale and just, have this, like, with Ulf Dragon, since you need a Magician to activate Ulf Dragon to add, like, a Magician from your extra deck to your hand. So this card has great versatilities, and also another thing, like, if your cards get destroyed, I think Pendulum Monster, you can just, like, special summon it from your hand, so it's another way to get on the board, but this card is extremely amazing for this deck. Wish we had Astrograph, but, Astrograph is on the same boat as Electromite. Next up, a card, I still don't know why every other Pendulum card gets banned except this one. In my opinion, I feel like this one's the more busted one. Is 3 Harmonizing Magician. This is your tuner. Know that's scale 8. So, in a way, if you need to finish off a game, you can put it into scale. And if you have a bunch of Magicians in your extra deck, your monsters get 100 attack boost. But most of the time, we don't use her for that. Most of the time, we use her for ability. Is that when she's Pendulum Summon, you can special summon a level 4 Magician from your deck. So, you summon that and you go into your Synchro plays. Like, you go to Borisov Savage Dragon, Scarlight, your Supreme Being, Crystal Wing, I think the name of it. I'm not too sure on that part. No, that's also good if you need to get your links going and stuff, but she's just such a great card. Also, she pairs well with Ulf Dragon because actually you can't add her. Once she's in the thing, you can't pendulum summon her back, so that's why you use Ulf Dragon to add her back to your hand, so then you have some follow-up plays. Next up, speaking of cards, we hit play 2 Ulfs. He's your main low scale. Know that he's really important for recycling your Magicians, so then you can use them for like Synchros, Exceeds, Link stuff. And like I said, he's your main scale too. He's a good card for recycling your Harmonizing, so then you're able to use it for the next turn, or, you have to use Harmonizing and send it to graveyard and then add it back before you pendulum summon. Next, we have 2 Blackfang Magician. This is my favorite scale 8 I like to use a lot. Know that it works well with Harmonizing, summon it, go into like, Exceed, you go into your Synchro plays. I don't really use its Pendulum effect, but its Pendulum effects are pretty good too. Next up we have 2 purple. Scale 1, so if you need to use it for a skill, you can. But like I said, it's mostly for Harmonizing. Know that this effect is pretty good too. I don't really use their effects too much, but their Pendulum effects are really good. That's why I can't quite remember, but it's pretty good. Next up, we have 2 Whimsine Magician. This card's good for setting up your scales, and also getting an extra monster zone in the graveyard. So like I said, you can use Ulf Dragon, add it back to your hand. So then, or if you want, you can just use it and just pendulum summon your extra monster zone. But this is such a really great card because it can search out your scale. So let's say you don't have the perfect scales. Let's say if you have Ulf Dragon but you need Blackfang, you put that into scale, pop it, and then you can add, well, pretty much you put Blackfang in your scale. Now you have 2 and 8 scale. So it's really good for setting up your scales. You know that it works well with Star Pentagraph, because once destroyed, Star Pentagraph will activate to let you add. So let's say if you don't have Harmonizing, you want Harmonizing. After popping that and getting your scale set up, you can get Harmonizing, and then you have Harmonizing in your hand, so you can start doing your plays. But a really good card. And then, of course, a card that came back, well, I don't play 3, I only play 2, is Double Iris. This is also another good card if you need to have your own scale, but it's good for pop it. Well, you can pretty much target a dark monster, and then you pop it, and then you can add like a Time Pentagraph or a Star Pentagraph. So it's a good card to get those cards. Know that it's scale 8, and it's a level 8, so it works well Harmonizing Magician. So just a really good card. I didn't really play too much of him when he was at 1. So I kind of like, I started playing with him a little more, and I'm starting to like him in the deck. And of course, another card that came back, I wish I had another holo version. 2 Performance Jokers. This is pretty much your Stratos for Pendulum. You summon them, you can add a Magician. So if you're missing a Magician like Wisdom Eyes, you pretty much can add him to your hand. Really good card. Know that it's a level 4, so you can use it for your Exceed plays and, your Synchro Dark Monsters. Alright, next we play 2 Abyss Curtain Raiser. This is a good card because it doesn't have that bad of a scale. Oh, okay, there we go. Focus. The camera went out of focus a little bit. But mainly what you use this for is your beginning play. So let's say you have no monsters, you set it into the scale, activate effect, and then special summon. So pretty much you have a body on the board, so you can start doing your links, your synchros, your exceeds. It lets you get all that stuff. It's pretty much, it lets you start getting rolly. Really good card. But if you need scales right at the scale 7 is actually really good as well. And yes, we do play a little bit of spell counters in deck. I test out Endymions, but I kind of took them out, so I kind of shortened them a little bit. We have 2 Mythical Beast Jackal King. This is a great card because this is actually a negation. It stops monster effects, so this is really good for stopping like important effects that your opponent has on field. Know that for it, pretty much all you can do is take off counters from it. So whenever you play spells cards or your opponent's play counters, it just piles up there. You can just take them off and just like, yeah, I'm not letting you do anything. Plus it has 2400. Know that you can do with a little combo. You can actually put this into scale. Well, first, you gotta, let me talk about the other card. Since we're talking about this card, I play one of these guys. This guy's good, too, because when you get spell counters, you can remove the opponent's monster, and then he gains attack, and you can just, like, OTK. But there's a combo with this, is that you actually activate him into scale, pop him, he goes to the extra deck, and then you add Jackal King. You put Jackal King in your scale, pop Jackal King, and then you can special summon him out onto the board in your extra monster zone. So he's a good. So this is a good way to actually get your this guy out, so you can start doing your link plays, or just have him out there, because he is actually a really great card. But yeah, these cards are really awesome. I like Jackal King and I like Cerberus. I used to play 2 Cerberus, but I only play 1 because I really did take out. I want to have more of the magicians, not really much of the the Endymion engine into it. Then, of course, like I said, we play a 1-time gazer because of chronograph, and also it's a scale 8, and it's a magician, so, it works with the whole theme. With Supreme Gate 0, he's a scale 0, knowing that we do have a Lure of Darkness, and we have Pendulum Calls, so he's just a good fodder card. If we need to just get rid of him, but if we need to use him scale, we can. And then we play 1 Servant Endymion, because we do play cards that have, counters like getting Jackal King out, or getting, Cerberus out, so we do play 1 of her. Next up, we got the spells. We play 2 Alert Darkness, and we do play a lot of darks. This card's great, just if you need looking for a card, or you just want to draw, it's a good way of getting your cards that you need, because, we have darks. Next up, we play 2 Pod Desires, another draw power card. It's kind of funny when you play a pod. Well, I don't think I played 3, but it's funny when you play a Pod Desires and you actually get a Pod Desires. But this card actually has won me games, but also has lost me games because my deck got too thin and my opponent was able to just finish me off. But, Pod Desires is a great card. And then since we do play, a dragon, we play 2 Dragon Shrine, send a Dark Worm, activate his combo, get our combo rolling pretty much. Now, this is a change I did do. I did take out the Magical Citadel. Technically, I believe that Citadel, since we took out well, I took out one more Demian card. I feel like it's not pointless to have that, so I wanted to put something different. Well, actually, it was in my side deck, but I wanted to put it in my main deck because there's a lot of powerful meta decks out there that use a lot of spells, and this is such a great card. So I put in 2 Secrets Village of Spellcasters. Since your whole deck is all Spellcaster, this is a really great card because it locks you out your opponent from using spell cards, and I know Drytron uses a lot of spell cards. I think Virtual uses some spell cards. Of course, this card won't be great against trap decks, so that's why in the side deck you take them out, switch them for whatever you need to, like back row remove or some sort. But yeah, this card's great for any deck that uses spell cards, and so far what I know, a lot of decks use spell cards. Spell cards is like a heavily thing, so this card just works wonders. Plus, also it's good against Sky Strikers. Actually, I went to regional, and first game, my opponent was playing. Well, I didn't know what he was playing, but when I saw he was playing Sky Striker, I'm like, oh, I'm putting this in. Second game, I found Terraforming, got this, and then I just locked him out and just beat him. And then third game, he wanted to go first because he didn't want to get locked out. But yeah, this card is just freaking busted. It's a good card. I think putting in the main deck is actually a good option since there's a lot of powerful decks out there that use spell cards. Next up, we got 2 Pendulum Calls. This card's great because it lets you add 2 Magicians. Now that actually protects your skills that turn from being destroyed. Sometimes actually I've done messed ups where I activate this and then try to activate Wizard's Mice, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't destroy itself. So you just gotta be careful with this, but this is such a powerful card. It lets you just add any Pendulum monster that you need to your hand. Next up, we got 2 Star Pentagraphs. This card will be so much better if we got Heavenly Fist Electromite, because, like I said, it works well with my, or anytime, like you link a monster, or if you synchro a Pendulum monster, this card will activate and you can just add a Pendulum monster. So let's say if you link off, like Double Iris and then Harmonizing. Because you link those things off, you can actually search one Magician. So let's say you want to add another Harmonized in your hand. So then you can activate Mogue Dragon to add like Black Fang. So then you can do like maybe Exceed Summon or something next turn. But this card's such a good card. I play 2 of it. I love it because you can just search. Of course, like I said, it'll be better with Heavy Mix for Electromite because Electromite you pop your own cards. So, and also when you pop your own card with Electromite, you get a draw card. So you get to add a card to your hand and you get a draw card. So this card works soon. Hopefully we can get Electromite back, but. And then we play 1 Duelist Alliance to search any of our Pendulum Call, Double Iris. This card's great because, you know, if you need that Pendulum Call, if you need those Pendulum monsters, this card can search it. Or you just need Double Iris to get started Pentagraph, or, you know, just have a level extra force before you Pendulum Summon so you can do more plays. This card's really great. I used to play more, but then when I found out how it only searches, like, Pendulums, I was like, okay. So I put it to 1. And we do play Terraforming, like I said. We do play the Secret Village, so it's a great card. We play a 1 Harpy Feathered Lister, so we do play back row removal, just in case those pesky trap decks, like Ultra guys. And then we play 1 Regeki, because Regeki is such an iconic card, plus also it's good to blow out your opponent's board, because there are some times where you have enough attack power just to end them. So this card's good for, you know, OTKing them if you need to. Or just baiting out negation. Alright, we're into the extra deck. We play 1 Time Star, because this card actually helps us add cards from our extra deck, and I think our graveyard and your deck to your hand, so this is a good card for searching. We play a 1 Abyss Dweller, because of course, we want to stop those pesky decks that use cards in the graveyard. Really great card, people still using it now. And then we play Supreme Union Dragon Dark Rebellion. This card's freaking busted because you can actually end games with him. He pretty much makes your opponent's monster to 0, and then he gains all their attack, and then you know, just run that monster. So they're pretty much, if you already baited out the negation for Dragoon, this card right here can just take down Dragoon easily. Well, Dragoon can't be destroyed by battle, but still, it will hurt it a lot. Alright, we got no more back row remove, Tornado Dragon. Just a good card, just to pop something, or if you need to get rid of a pesky field spell, Mystic Mine. Well, actually, no, you won't be able to. Never mind. But this could still get pesky cards out of the way if you need to, like Imperial Order. Or There Can Be Only Fun. Stuff like that. And then we play Castiel. He's such a good card. I mean, he can bounce back anything. Just like if your opponent has, like, some cards left over, you can just bounce it and then run over for town. So, really good card. I really like him. Now we're to our Synchros. We got Scarlet Dragon Archfiend. This card is so freaking fun because since Pendulum monsters are also special summon, pretty much you can activate its effect and just blow up every special summon monster. And of course we know in today's modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! People special summon, special summon, special summon. So this card's great for putting on damage because you can also use your own monsters. And he's a 3000 beat stick. So he's a tough boy and he looks awesome too. I like seeing Jack Atlas is my all-time favorite rival. Next up, Borisov Dragon. Of course, we know what this guy does because of Dragon Links. We do play Link, so, you know, Link monster, extra negation, plus he's a big boy, so super awesome card. And then we play Supreme Dragon Clearwing. Oh, it's Clearwing. I thought it was Crystal Wing. This card is pretty much like a Regeki. When it's summoned, just blows up all your opponent's monsters. So then you can just free wing and attack. Just, you know, end them. Alright, we're into links. We play Apulsa of Bow Goddess. Of course, we have Negation. Super good card. We could do it. Pendulums do summon a lot of monsters, so we can actually build a board and get Apulsa on the field. Really great card. And then, I would play Access Code Machine, but sadly I do not have it, plus it's really expensive, so I might have to wait until whenever it gets a reprint. But for now, we play Borisov Dragon. This is a great card for OTKing, kind of like Access Code. It's a cheaper version. This card, pretty much you turn your monster's defense and then you attack. Know that when it attacks a monster, you have their attack, and I think he gains the attack. Plus, in response, your opponent can't respond anything to him attacking, but he's such a really powerful card. And then we play, of course, Celine. We do have Spellcasters, and this card's great because it lets us bring back a Spellcasters, and then we can either link crime to Apulsa or Borisov, or who knows, just Synchro. But this is a great card because it lets us get access to our Spellcasters that we discard or, you know, exceed as a material for the graveyard, and then we can just bring them back. Then we got Daybreaker, mostly just for a link to, but the only thing he does get I think he can destroy cards if he gets spell counters on it. And we do play, you know, a lot of spellcasters, spell counters away. So yeah, this card's really great. Plus also it's just good for a link 2 and it's link arrows. Next up we play Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep is also an awesome, really great card because you do play a lot of other summoning methods, so it gets abilities depending. But also I just like to use it for its link 2 and then, you know, go into link 3, summon Bullet Savage, and then equip it onto it with Cross Sheep. But yeah, Cross Sheep is a really great card. And then we have Beacop of the Underworld. Pretty much we just use her for our link 2. I think she can do more. I can't remember much, but I think she puts like a counter on something and it makes it so it can't be destroyed or some sort. But actually, let me read what she does real quick for you guys. You contribute one monster, target one face, one place, one patrol counter. You can only use the effect of Beacop. Okay, yeah, it does protect it, yeah. So this card's pretty much good for protection. I don't really use it, I just use it for a link too. I don't really use other thing. And the last card is Nightmare Phoenix. Again, you know, back row, hate, your removal plus link 2, so then we can just climb up. And this deck does have a side deck, so now we're going to go into the side deck. I do play 2 Ash Blossoms, because, you know, Ash Blossom is a really good hand trap. Even though I know combo decks don't really have hand traps, but, you know, you just have to have it. Definitely, now since Crossout Designator, I'm actually thinking about checking Crossout Designator in, or putting in the side deck. And of course, we play 2 Nibiru, because there's a lot of combo decks out there. Actually, our deck's a combo deck in a way, and this card really does hurt. So, you know, Crossout Designator stops something that hurts us Pendulum Magicians. But yeah, really great card. Really scary card, too, for me. And then we play 2 Effect Veiler. Good card. It's also a spellcaster, too, so it works. So, you know, you can just negate someone's effect. Really good hand trap. Actually, the first hand trap, awesome hand trap that came out back in 5D's era. My boy Yusei uses it, so it's kind of cool. Like I said, we do play more removal, back row removal. Play 2 Cosmic Cyclones, you know, get rid of those pesky cards, those Imperial Orders, those Anti-Spell Fragrance. Actually, I got my butt handed to me by one. I played against Shadow of the Moon. Go check him out, he's super awesome. We did a duel video, and he popped out on me, and I was surprised. 2 Hate Trunades. This card's great because it just returns all set traps. So if you're going against like Ultrageist or something, just bounce all the traps and then you can safely do yourself. Won't have to worry about, unless of course they Solemn Strike or Solemn Warning this. But you know, it's a good way to just get rid of everything. So then you can, you know, go in and then just end the job. Of course, this card might be backwards, but I play. Well, I don't have Dark Ruler no more, but just picture it. This will be two dark. That will be a Dark Ruler more, and of course that's the one I already have. Sadly, I don't have one. But yeah, two Dark Ruler more is a good way just to negate a board. But I'm actually thinking about if when I get my hands on it, taking these out and putting Nobleman Cross out. Because like I said, it's a great card. It does help us stop against New Brew, because New Brew is a really terrifying card for Pendulum Magician. If you get New Brew, you're kind of screwed. So I have been thinking about once I get my hands on Nobleman Crossout, I will take these two and put Nobleman Crossout. But for now, two Dark Ruler no more. It's actually one Dark Ruler that I have, because I don't even have the other Dark Ruler no more still. And then of course we play a one card by the grave. Same thing like Crossout designated, stop hand chops, stop Ash Blossom from stopping a Harmonizing or any important like Pendulum Call or Pod Desires. Just a really quick card to stop hand chops. And our last card is we do play two Time Pentagraphs. This card's great because you pop a card and then you can pop your opponent's monster, and it works well with Star Pentagraph because whenever you pop your card, you can search one. Know that. Also, this is a card that's triple double iris, so you can search this. But yeah, we play two of this because it's a pretty good card. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that updated deck profile. Also, I really enjoy Pendulums. I wish we would have got Heavy Memphis Electromite. Sadly, we did not. So I just have to hope for the next ban list. But yeah, this deck's doing pretty well. I'm proud of it. Of course, like I said, there's still cards I want to put in, upgrade in it. I definitely want to get, fully hollow out. This is like my all-time favorite deck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, if you like this video, make sure you click the like button. Also, if you want to be updated on my updated, my updated videos, so pretty much like when I do deck profiles, pack openings, duel videos, I want to do, actually, I kind of been wanting to do live streams. Since I have better equipment, and I've been kind of testing around with doing duel videos and stuff, I kind of want to do a live stream someday, so who knows. I might do one soon, maybe. I don't know. I'm still deciding on that. But yeah, you definitely will be notified for that. Also, please subscribe. Really, I'm actually super happy. Just not too long ago we reached 100 subs. I'm really grateful for that. But if you really do enjoy this channel, please subscribe. And also comment down below if actually you guys are, if you're a Pendulum player yourself, or you guys think the list did okay. I know a lot of people don't like the list, but in my opinion, they hindered some of this stuff. I mean, yeah, Dragoon's still a problem, but I'm just happy to get my Pendulum cards back, so the lists are kind of alright. Anyways, once again, I hope you guys liked the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more great, awesome content. And also, don't forget to click the bell icon, so whenever a video like this, you'll be notified straight away. So make sure you click those three things, and I'll be seeing you guys later on the next one.